Are you keeping an eye on Bitfarms stock? Or maybe you're thinking about jumping in? Well, in today's video, we'll break down everything you need to know about BITF stock, from the recent action in the last 24 hours to the future outlook. And trust me, if you've been hearing a lot about Bitfarms lately or seeing some strange movements in its price, you'll want to stick around to see where the stock is headed next. So let's dive in. And make sure you don't miss out because this stock is currently in some interesting territory. Alright, so let's talk about Bitfarms Ltd, BF. As of the last market close, BITF is currently sitting at around US $2.74. The past 24 hours have been a little interesting with some up and down movement, as we've seen with this stock over the last few weeks. Just in the last 24 hours, BITF has fluctuated between $2.58 and a high of $2.79. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. In fact, its intraday low of $2.58 makes it clear that there's some volatility, which isn't unusual for a stock like BITF, especially given its ties to the Bitcoin mining industry. You'll notice that when Bitcoin prices move, so do stocks like BITF. And in case you haven't been following it, Bitfarms has seen a rough patch lately. It's been down around 30% over the last week, and that definitely shows the weakness in its recent performance. But is it all doom and gloom? Not necessarily. Let's take a closer look at what's happening under the surface. Looking at the technical side of things, some of the signals we're getting are leaning towards bearish, especially in the short term. The simple moving averages, SMA, and exponential moving averages, EMA, are currently showing sell signals, which means there's more downward pressure than upward momentum right now. However, there's something important to keep in mind. While these technical indicators suggest that the stock might continue to dip, it's also trading in oversold territory. This can often signal that a bounce or reversal is coming, but of course, that doesn't guarantee it. If you're into technicals, you know that these things can be tricky. Now, if you're wondering where the stock could go in the next few days, analysts are predicting a potential low around 2.57 cents, a small dip from its current price. But, as with any prediction, things could change fast. Now let's break down why TF is seeing all this volatility. Bitfarms is deeply tied to the Bitcoin market, and as we know, Bitcoin has been on a wild ride lately. When Bitcoin drops, mining stocks like Bitfarms tend to drop too. If Bitcoin prices are weak, these miners are seeing less profit. Another key factor is energy costs. Since mining Bitcoin requires massive amounts of electricity, energy prices play a huge role in profitability. If energy prices go up, it hurts mining companies like Bitfarms. This is why many investors are wary about Bitfarms right now. Bitcoin has been on a slight downturn, and so have energy prices recently. And then there's regulation. As governments worldwide continue to crack down on crypto mining due to environmental concerns, companies like Bitfarms are caught in the middle. So there are a lot of macro factors that could keep BITF under pressure. But are there positive factors in play as well? Let's explore that next. Looking to the future, let's talk about where BITF could be headed. Analysts are definitely split on their projections. Some are predicting a rebound, while others see the stock potentially falling even lower. Here's a quick breakdown. One group of analysts predicts a future price range between $2.30 and $2.60, while others are more optimistic, forecasting a potential price of $6.70 to $7 over the next 12 months. But that's assuming a much better environment for mining companies and a stronger Bitcoin market. The truth is, Bitfarms has a lot of upside potential if it can ride out this bearish wave, but it will need favorable conditions. More Bitcoin market strength, better energy contracts, and higher efficiency in mining operations would definitely help turn things around. One of the key levels to watch is the $2.60 support zone. If BITF falls below this range, we could see further downside. On the flip side, if Bitcoin begins to rebound, or if Bitfarms announces positive news, like an energy deal or better Bitcoin mining yield, the stock could have a major upside. But that's still up in the air. Now let's talk about risks. There are some serious risks with BITF, the biggest one being Bitcoin's price. If Bitcoin continues its downturn, it's tough for any Bitcoin miner to show strong profits. That's the core business of Bitfarms, mining Bitcoin. Additionally, there's always the risk of regulation changes. Governments have been pushing harder on crypto miners due to environmental concerns. If new regulations come into play that hurt mining companies, BIF could suffer even more. Finally, competition. As more and more players get into the Bitcoin mining business, profit margins are getting squeezed. Bitfarms will need to continue scaling operations effectively to remain competitive. So where do I see BITF going from here? Well, based on all the factors we've discussed, I think the stock has a lot of upside potential, but that comes with major risks. I would say that if you're looking at BITF, you should be ready for a bumpy ride. A conservative range over the next 6 to 12 months is probably somewhere between $2.30 and $3, depending on how Bitcoin prices and energy costs evolve. But if things go well and Bitcoin rebounds or Bitfarms expands its operations, we could see the stock move closer to the $4 to $6 range. Remember, no stock is without risk, and this one has plenty. But if you're a risk taker and believe in the future of Bitcoin mining, there could be a good opportunity here. Before I wrap up, let me remind you that this is not financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research and consult with a professional if you're planning to invest in BITF or any other stock. Stocks like Bitfarms can be highly volatile, and you should only invest what you're willing to lose. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more stock updates, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think BITF will recover, or is the worst yet to come? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. The content in this video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. The creator of this video is not a financial advisor. Please conduct your own research or consult with a professional before making any investment decisions.